Okay, so let's start. I don't want to take up too much of your time tonight, but I got so many compliments and great feedback last week from the first live that we did. So maybe we'll make this a weekly thing. So if you see my eyes kind of going up and down, I am recording this for my YouTube channel as well. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, definitely go subscribe to it. I'll share the link in here when we're done. I share lots and lots of recipes, everything that I personally make. So it's very, I don't really follow a lot of recipes, and you'll actually see that in my videos that I kind of change things up as I go along. Hi Vin, my husband is joining. So definitely go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today I actually put up, I think I put up a food haul, which is just some items that I purchase at the store, and I share them with you guys, and points values, some great finds, some things that maybe you wouldn't have thought of. So I like always sharing that. Again, I get great inspiration from other people on things like this, so I decide to share it with my little circle, which is you guys. So every week for the past, I think this is the 4th week, I started doing a weekly weigh-in after my weigh-in, which is on Wednesdays, which is today, and I'll do kind of a recap. So I decided to implement that in today. So last week was 4th of July. How did you guys do for the 4th of July? Did you guys make it a day or a week? Did you overindulge that day and then just throw in the towel and say, I already messed up one day, gonna keep on doing it? Well, in my journey right now, today was my weigh-in. So I weighed in at down 2.8 pounds. So for those who haven't really been following my journey, hi Rachel, how are you? And are new to following me, I started Weight Watchers WW in January of 2019, so this year, January 2nd to be exact. Me and my husband both decided that we were gonna join Weight Watchers. So he's a great support system. It's great being able to do it with someone who constantly motivates you as well. So we joined WW in January of 2019, and today we weighed in, and I am officially down 46 pounds. I'm extremely proud and happy about that. That did not come easy at all. A lot of people had responded in my Facebook question, what do you guys want to talk about? And a lot of people responded about how do you stay motivated? So this is the simple truth. If you don't want health for yourself, there's nothing in the world that anyone can do or say to motivate you if you don't want it for you. There is no such thing as someone being able to motivate you. You may find inspiration, you may find things that are motivating, but at the end of the day, if you're just not in it, it's not gonna work. So I keep talking and responding back to people, and people are, fall off the wagon and all of that talk, and they say, how do you stay motivated? I've got a big why, a really, really big why. And truthfully, nothing is more important than that why for me. And I just keep reminding myself of that. So the only advice that I can give you is, if you're lacking motivation, inspiration, dig deep down and find out why do you want to do this? Is there a reason? Do you want to accomplish something? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you want to do something? What is the reason that you're actually on this journey? And the truth is maybe you don't want to be on this journey, and that's the biggest struggle. So you need to get out of that hurdle of why is it that you're doing this? So that really is my simple answer for that. I have a big why behind it. So truthfully, nothing is more important than that. My excuses are not more important than my big why. So it tends to come, and I don't want to say it comes easy to me, because it does not. It is not easy. Don't mistake that. It is definitely not easy. It is hard. It's a struggle. Do I want to eat ice cream because it's summer outside? I do. I really do. Are there alternatives to that? Absolutely. And that's what I think that I found my biggest value is finding alternatives to the food that I love, because I like to eat. I like good food. And if I'm not going to eat something good, that's not going to satisfy me, and then I'm going to go and eat junk and things like that. So going back to my YouTube channel, if you follow my YouTube channel, I make delicious meals, like home cooked, delicious meals. We're talking like chicken cutlets. I make everything basically in my air fryer. My air fryer is absolutely amazing. It's a GoWise air fryer. It was $100 off of Amazon. I will link it here. It was one of the best investments that I could have ever made in this journey, and has truthfully saved me so much. So I do chicken cutlets in there. I do stuffed chicken breast, marsala. I bake. We eat. But there are alternatives. And actually today's meeting was about healthy substitutes to fats. So what can you do in place of that? So, and truthfully in the meeting, it was hard for me to think of something right now that I do that I can kind of swap out, because I have a really good plan of doing that. And another advantage I kind of have is that I really love to cook. So I do have a few advantages to me, but it's nothing that anyone else can't do if you're committed. Very simple. So someone else had also asked about eating your food slower. I don't know if I have an answer to that. What I think about food is I like to have a nice presentation. When my food looks pretty, I enjoy it. And I think that that's a really big thing on WW. If I have a sloppy presentation on my food, I usually don't like it. Another thing is I eat out of a glass plate. Don't really use paper plates ever. It's another important thing about eating. We don't realize the psychological thing that goes behind it, but they're really important things. So if you're struggling with that, just try making a nice presentation of the plate that you're eating. Put yourself on a glass plate. Just wash the plate. No big deal. Don't use a paper plate. So just little things. So I wanted to share some things I got at the store this week, and some healthy finds and some inspiration behind them. So if you followed my YouTube channel, drop some of this. I posted about 1 point pancakes. Let me tell you, those pancakes were delicious. They were made with Kodiak cakes. So this brand, just recently started using it, but this flavored buttermilk I just bought, and I think I got this from Costco. Big box for $11. I had the chocolate one, so that's the one that I use with my pancakes, but 1 point pancakes, and it made, I think, 10 of them. 10 small, nice sized pancakes, but I use 2 tablespoons, and the reason why it comes out to 1 point is 2 tablespoons of the mixture is 1 point. Another thing that I do in every product that comes into my house is I write the points value on them. So, you see that? So I never have to take my phone out and scan it again, unless I'm changing the serving size, but I will probably only use these Kodiak cakes to make pancakes. So if I double the batch, I just, you know, do the math. But I put all the points value and serving size on all of the boxes and things that I purchase before they go into my cabinets or in the fridge. That's a really big trick that I don't even know who I heard it from or saw it from, but that has helped me tremendously, because sometimes you think it's a certain point and it's not, and all of that. So that's a great tip. So it's 2 tablespoons of this Kodiak cake mix. It is, dropped it. It is 1 banana, a dash of vanilla, or any kind of flavoring that you want, and 2 eggs, and it'll make 10 nice sized pancakes. Go check, hi Gwen, how are you? Go check my YouTube channel for it, and I put light syrup on it for 1 point, and I put some fresh berries. So good. And I did 3 slices of bacon for 2 points, and I think my whole breakfast was 4 points. So 3 slices of center cut bacon. I get my bacon from Aldi. 3 slices is 2 points. See, those are the little things that you have to kind of figure out where you can gain more food and points for, and what's worth it to you. So I didn't find that myself. I saw someone else share it, and now I use it, and here I am. I want to share it with you guys. So that. I see a lot of people baking with monk fruit sweetener. So it's just a sugar replacement. It's supposed to be, it's 0 calorie. It's keto also, 0 net carbs, 0 glycemic, 0 calorie, 1-to-1 sugar replacement. I don't know, has anyone used this? I saw it actually at, I think, Home Goods, so I purchased it. So just in case there's a recipe that needs sugar or something that needs sugar, I'm gonna try this out. I'll let you guys know if it's good or how it tastes. Next thing. I saw actually someone on YouTube post this delicious looking recipe. It was so simple. It was so simple. It was a banana sliced down the middle, like a banana split with fluff. So 1 point per tablespoon of fluff, and fluff kind of goes a long way. So 1 point for that. And they used graham cracker crumbs. So these graham cracker crumbs, see, I put all my points values. It ends up being 3 points for 2.5 ounces, and 2.5 ounces is a lot. So you definitely want to play around with the serving size in the app, because I think I used the 2.5 ounces when I did the cheesecake, the 0 point cheesecake, which is delicious. If you've never made the WW cheesecake with Greek yogurt and the Jello sugar-free cheesecake packet, so good. Egg, something. If you want it, let me know. I'll share the recipe. I do not have a YouTube video on that because I made that before I started recording my videos on YouTube. But it's delicious. You put it in the oven. It's so good. The one that I usually see online does not have the graham cracker crumbs, but 3 points in a whole pie cheesecake for 8 slices, it still comes out to 0 points. I like it. So they did the fluff, they did the graham cracker crumbs, the banana cut in half, and they did little mini chocolate morsels. So you can get either the Lily's chocolate, or I found mine at Aldi. It's like 1 point for, like, I don't know, 20 of them, which is great. So you can warm that up and have yourself a nice dessert. I think everyone kind of thinks too much about not being able to eat certain things. Like, I can't have sweets, I can't have chocolate, I can't have this, I can't have that, I can't have fried food. Find alternatives. I am a huge alternative person. If I want a fried meatball, I'm gonna find a way to make that points friendly. And I make that in the air fryer. I still have fried meatballs. Get yourself an air fryer if you love fried food, or if your family loves fried food. You will never know the difference. So we're going on desserts. So I'm gonna show you guys another dessert. I do have a video on my YouTube for this, but it's with vanilla cake and the points are different. So this sugar-free Pillsbury Devil's Food Cake, again, you'll see all of this is literally in my whole house. I don't do this specifically for this video, but love my air fryer. Gwen, I cannot live without my air fryer. I love it. It has done wonders for me on this journey. So this box cake mix, it's 36 points. A lot of people have questions on how do you calculate the points for this. It's very simple. This whole box cake mix, if you scan it, right, and you'll just see the ingredients. It's not so clear, but you see the ingredients, it says mix and then prepared. Make sure that when you scan it, go at the bottom and the nutritional factors are of it with just the mix, not prepared. So when you scan it, it's gonna come out to 36 points, okay? So it's 12 serving. This is a serving for 12. Pork chops are amazing in it. I have made pork chops in there, so good. This is a serving for 12. So what you're gonna do is you divide 36 into 12 is 3. So that means if you make this cake, and I'll tell you the alternative to what I do in here, because the oil is what kills you in here. So if you make this cake, and you make it into 12 servings, it's going to be 3 points per serving. If you make it into 24 servings or 36 servings, whatever it is, just take however many servings and divide it by 36, and that is your points. So the alternative. So this cake mix calls for 1 1/4 cup of water, and it calls for 3 eggs and 1/2 cup of oil. So we don't use oil. If you don't know unsweetened applesauce, make sure it's unsweetened, because the regular applesauce has a lot of points to it. So unsweetened applesauce is 0 points. So what I do is I put a cup of unsweetened applesauce in here. I put the 3 eggs and I put the 1 1/4 cup of water. If you tell me that you taste any difference in this cake, you're crazy. Just putting it out there. You will never know the difference by putting applesauce in here and removing the oil. You would never know the difference. And you save yourself a boatload of points, because 1 tablespoon of oil is 1 point. And you've got a 1/2 cup in here, which is a lot. So if you have a birthday party, if you have any type of party, if you want sweets, make yourself a cake. Make someone a cake. If you have a party you're going to and you're afraid that you're not going to be able to eat the sweets, make cupcakes. You can make cupcakes with this, 3 points each. So just alternatives. And actually, as we're talking about this is like so much about what our meeting was about. Alternatives. Another thing, I talked about this last week, True Lemonade. I just found, is this the new one, Wild Berry? I think this is the new one, yeah. New flavors. These are no artificial flavors, non-GMO, it's all natural, real ingredients here. pour it in your water. I pour this in a 50-ounce bottle, and it's enough for me because I don't really like too much flavor, but it definitely has helped me drink a lot more water. Water helps you in this journey a lot. Water is so important. If you followed me on Instagram, I talked about not getting enough water this weekend, only this weekend. I really feel like I hardly drank any water. And it's so funny how your body immediately feels it once you are used to drinking water. So people ask, how do you get to drink more water? Put flavoring in it, put fresh fruit in it, put lemon in it, do what you have to do. Doesn't matter, you don't like it, drink it. Drink lots and lots and lots and lots of water. It's just part of the process. It'll help you flush your body out. It's just so good for you. There's no nicer, easier way to say it, but then just drink it. Just drink the water. I still do drink Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper or Diet Pepsi, whatever the case is. I limit myself. I will not have more than one a day, and I typically don't even drink one every day. So I would say maybe 5. I have it maybe 5 times a week, 1 can, and I buy them in cans because I portion control. Sometimes you have to spend a little bit more money for pre-portioned things that will help you in the journey. So I talked about the Premier Protein, which has been so key to me in my morning coffee. I used to be the girl that used to drink at least a Starbucks a day. And when I say Starbucks, I don't mean just a regular coffee. I'm talking caramel macchiato. Give me all the caramel drizzle, put whipped cream on that. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I have not had a Starbucks caramel macchiato since I began my journey. So probably like a week before that, because it's Christmas and it was craziness. I don't miss it. I found an alternative to it, because my journey is all about alternatives. So I definitely found a good, delicious alternative to it. In the beginning of my journey, I didn't know about these, but I found out from someone on Instagram or something, YouTube. And they didn't have caramel, so they only had vanilla. So I was using vanilla, and it was okay. It was good. I enjoyed it. But I was still having my coffee creamer, and my coffee was costing me 7 to 9 points per day. And I was tracking it, and I was fine with it. And I had a lot more points then, 46 pounds ago. My points are now like 29. And I think I started at 39 or 40. No, I don't think 40. I think 39. Definitely more points than now. But I was okay with it. It was a choice that I decided to make. If I have a hot coffee at home, I will still use milk and I'll still use creamer, and I'll just count for it and I measure it and all of that. But it's pretty rare. I'm usually having an iced coffee. If I'm out and about, I will get a double shot of espresso over ice in a venti cup. That's how I order my Starbucks. That's what this was. And if I'm home, I usually make a big jar of espresso coffee and keep it in my fridge. So like that, when I want some coffee, I just pour and go. So that's something simple. Talking about some coffee, I just purchased this also. So this is the naturally flavored vanilla, sugar-free, that you can put into your coffee if you like vanilla flavoring. They have these at like your TJ Maxx, your Home Goods, Marshalls, things like that. Pretty cheap. It's like $5 for this. I just bought this yesterday just to have on hand. I like to have things on hand just in case. If I want something different, at least I know I have it. So, another alternative for coffee. I made a delicious salad tonight for dinner. If you ever went to Panera Bread and got the, I don't even know what it's called, but it has the blueberries, strawberries, mandarin orange. It's got poppy seed dressing. It's a delicious salad, super summery. It's got grilled chicken on it and a few other things. So I purchased the poppy seed dressing, Panera dressing, right at like ShopRite or Stop and Shop. I purchased that, and it's 2 tablespoons for 1 point, which is really good. So I purchased that, and I bought a kale salad mix. If you go to Sam's Club or Costco or something like that, they have those big kits, and it comes with that really creamy poppy seed dressing that I love, that is so high in points. So instead, what I did is I used the poppy seed dressing that I got, 2 tablespoons for 1 point, made a nice big beautiful salad. I put some strawberries, some blueberries, and I found these mandarin, can you see that? Mandarin oranges. Have to get the no sugar added. I think that's the only, no artificial sweetener, no sugar added. This is 0 points. So I got this, they had peach and pineapple. Someone else did a YouTube video with this, Cool Whip, pineapple, something else I think was in there, but it looked so good. So I bought a few of these. I couldn't find them for a really long time, so I actually bought a few of them of each just to have on hand. So what I did for my salad, and I'll post my salad later, is I just emptied the liquid out and I just used the oranges for me and my hubby for salad. What else? I'm gonna share with you. Have you guys had Built Bars? These things are, oh my God, I love them. I have plenty of Built Bars on hand. I use these as a snack. You crave chocolate, get yourself some Built Bars. They have so many great flavors. My favorites are orange, they have raspberry, strawberry, coconut. I see some mad faces. Someone get mad when I mention Built Bar. If you don't like them, you're crazy. These are delicious. I love them. I keep them in my freezer. They get nice and cold. I do not like them at room temperature. Don't like them. They're too chewy kind of for me, and I think that that's what people have an issue with, is the texture of it. But when they're cold, they're so good. They really are. I put them in the freezer, and if I know how many points, oh, these are 3 points. And it's a big, honestly, I would eat one right now if I wasn't having coffee, but there's a little extra packaging there, but this is the size of the bar. See, this is my hands. It's like the whole size of my palm. They're delicious. Barbara, if you need, I have a 10% off promo code with free shipping. They come really quick. They're great. So they're 3 points each. They're 110 calories, 15 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, 4 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of fat. Lupe, it's okay. Glad that you joined us. So these are delicious. I only like the fruit flavors, so that's my thing. And that's that. We won't talk about Built Bars anymore. And so today, weigh-in day, got this cute little WW kind of lunch, I don't know what you want to call it, insulated lunch tote. Really cute. If you spent $15 in product, you got one of these for free. So I love me some WW bars also, and snacks. So this is cute. I think only while supplies last. You can get it online too, but you don't have to pay for shipping and stuff like that. So if you have a WW studio close to you, definitely go in and get your stuff, because why pay extra money for shipping? So, some dub things that I love. Let me just go here. I'm new. Hi Daria, I'm new. Joined WW in April. I'm down 22 pounds. Whoa, that's amazing. Great job. That is super amazing. Congratulations. So going back to some dub things that I like. So these little cookies, these breakfast cookies, oat and chocolate chip, and then they have like a blueberry, I think, one or something like that. Here are these ones. The oat and mixed berry. These are 3 points a pack. There's probably 5 or so cookies in there. They're delicious. You know, a lot of people also put this over their yogurt as granola. Those are great. Some others. So we just got these today, the triple chocolate baked protein bar, the snickerdoodle baked protein bar. We've got, what else? The coconut almonds, and I think one other one. I don't know. I have literally a bin with just snacks. And you know what? That's another thing that helps keep you on track is, like I said, you have to have alternatives for when you want something salty, when you want something chocolatey, when you want something chewy, when you want to drink something, when you want to have a dessert, when you want to feel like you're indulging in a meal. You have to have options, or otherwise you're gonna really look at this as a diet, and I do not look at WW as a diet. I am not on a diet. I am following a program that just helps me make better choices in everyday life, truthfully. So what other things do I have in here? I have, this one, chocolate peanut butter baked protein bar. These bars are 3 points. This one, they gave us to try, the coconut almond. My hubby liked them, so we bought a box. They are 2 points. And something not W, I want to make sure I got everything. Something not WW as a snack is these Fiber One 70 calorie fudge brownies. They're a nice size. It's a little small. 2 points. Again, it feels like you're eating something chocolatey, feels like you're indulging in something. You know, I don't know, you know, and I see some people saying that they're struggling, like Lupe, I hear that you said that you're struggling. I'm struggling here, but you are all very inspiring. Thank you. There's so many inspiring people like Daria. Maybe she can share some words of wisdom with the group on how she was able to lose 22 pounds since April, because that's really amazing. Like, what are you struggling with? Barbara, so definitely having a bin for your snacks. I got this at the dollar store. This bin, big bin, was $1, and I put my snacks in there. So these are only WW snacks. And then I have another bin of like pre-packaged goldfish popcorners. I have Skinny Pop in there, and I have like some bars. I got my Fiber One brownies in there. Like, you just have to give yourselves options. Not like, truthfully, nothing is off limit. There are things that are really high in points that, again, you can have and make alternatives for. And I know that you're not always gonna have options, but you just have to try and make the best choices. So that's the thing, like, I don't find that I'm struggling on this program at all. And maybe I consider myself really lucky for that. So Daria says, I eat the Boom Chicka Pop as a salty snack, and I love, love, love the Enlightened Mint chocolate chip ice cream as my sweet. So many people talking about the Enlightened chocolate ice cream. I personally have not had it. I've had the Yasso bars, which are delicious, and I've had the WW like fudge bars. I think they're like 4 or 5 points. They're so good. As my sweet, I eat a lot of high protein in my meals. I do treat once a week and stick to it. That's awesome. Lupe, I've had 3 leg surgeries, been the biggest I've ever been in my life, and no willpower. I'm not giving up though. You know, Lupe, like you should be so proud of not giving up. Like right there, that's a victory in itself, because maybe you do have the excuses of, hey, I've had the leg surgeries, maybe I can't go out there and exercise and I can't be active, and you know what, I'm just gonna throw in the towel. But it says so much for someone who is not giving up and who's committed and saying, I'm not giving up. Like, be proud of that. Like, that's a huge, huge deal. Hang in there, Lupe. Definitely hang in there. If there's something that you're struggling with as far as meals or snacks or want ideas, come in the group and ask. Like, I have so many great suggestions and things, like, but I feel like sometimes I'm bombarded Facebook a little bit. Absolutely. Struggled my whole life from a kid. It's a lifestyle. It truly is. Lupe, once you get better from your leg surgeries, hopefully you can get out there and do some activity. So another question that I get commonly is, you know, what type of exercise? So this is real talk. I lost about 30 pounds. I want to say 30 pounds from January to May 31st. Okay. The week of May 31st, the topic in our WW studio meeting was about exercise. That was May 31st or 25th or something like that, the last week of May. And that day I came home and I've been wanting to implement movement, exercise, join the gym, something like that. And specifically that day, how ironic that the thought process was there. I had said to my husband, because again, I do WW with my husband. I said to my husband, after we go to WW, can we go to the new gym that just opened, because I want to enroll, and we had to get a tour and all of that stuff. And it was raining that day. It was like really raining. And the weather was crappy. So we went to the WW meeting and we back in the car, we were halfway home and we were like, we didn't go to the gym. I really want to go to the gym. I really want to implement exercise. And the WW meeting was about implementing exercise. So I came home that day and I had just gotten my Apple Watch. And the only thing I use my Apple Watch for, truthfully, is to track my steps and my activity. I use it for other things, but majority of the time, and actually, I just closed one of my goals, one of my rings. So I got home and I said, you know what? I don't need to go to the gym. I'm gonna just walk. And I kid you not, and I could show you proof, every single day, let's just call it June 1st. Every single day from June 1st to today, and it will continue, I have walked, ran, jogged 3 miles, maybe with the exception of 3 days that I didn't. 3 miles every single day, and I don't know why it was 3 miles. My husband was like, where'd you come up with 3 miles from? Like, why didn't you do 4 or 2? And I just said, I don't know. It was just 3 miles. And I committed myself to 3 miles every single day. And I said, first I was like, I'll do it 5 days a week. And then like you got this rush. And I was like, well, I don't want to do it 5 days a week. I want to do 6 days a week. And I was waking up really early and getting my walks done really early in the morning. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, every single morning you will see me in my stories on Instagram walking. Whether it's early in the morning or if it's later in the afternoon or at night. Usually it doesn't happen at night. Usually first thing in the morning. It's the first thing I do is I walk, jog, run 3 miles. That's my commitment. It's what I'm committed to. It's easier for me than putting my clothes on and everything and driving to the gym and then driving back home. I'd rather just go and walk. And I swear my body has drastically changed. Like, inches have come off of me. Like, It's so crazy because now I'm putting shirts on and they're too big, which is a great thing. What is my Instagram name? So my Instagram name, if you go all the way to the top, it's here, but it's journey.towards.health.ww. And I'll link it below also. I share so much on Instagram. Like it's just simple, easy. And how I first got into running was I noticed I was spending a lot of time watching people's stories on Instagram and sitting. So what I do now is like, I want to watch people's stories, so I go and walk. So on my 3-mile walk, I respond to people, I comment to people, I do my own stories, I watch like all of my top friends' stories. And this is specifically Instagram. I'm not talking about my personal Instagram or anything like that. I hardly even go on there anymore. But again, like I found something that I connect with so well that has helped me in my journey, and I'm just gonna keep doing more of that. So you really have to find what you connect with. So what was I talking about? So the 3 miles. So like I said, every single day from that meeting till today, I did 3 miles. Like just today, we had an early dinner and me and my husband did, we did a mile. We went out for another walk. It was beautiful out. I'm addicted to closing my rings out on my Apple Watch, so much that people were asking if there was going to be a challenge for July for the Apple Watch. I had no idea what that meant. I kind of YouTubed and searched it, and I started one, and we have 600 and something, 600, and I don't even remember, people participating in it, and there's about 120 teams, which is so cool. And our goal is just to hit our rings, close our rings on our iPhone, on our Apple Watch. So what that means is hit your calorie movement. So for me, that's 970 calories per day, which I do more than that, but that's just what the goal is. And you can make that higher or lower. At least 30 minutes of activity, which I typically do an hour. And it's your stand goal for 12 hours, which I typically do like 14 or something. So right now I have almost 14,000 steps. And that's just today. And something really cool when we were in our WW meeting is if you go into your WW app and you have your Apple Watch or your Fitbit or whatever it is that you're using, if you have it connected, it'll tell you how many steps you do in a week. And I did over 100,000, which is pretty cool. I think the highest previous I did was like 97, and this past week I did 100,000 steps. So I'm really proud of that. So 4th of July, how did you guys do? I don't know if everyone in here is a WW member. I see in a lot of groups that there are just people that want to learn, I guess, about WW. So you join the groups and kind of hope to get some information from them. Maybe to kind of do it on your own or decide if it's actually something that you want to do. Are you guys WW members? Whoever is watching? I'm just curious to know if everyone who's here is a WW member. It doesn't matter either way. Hopefully you find inspiration if you're not a WW member. You can't do this program. I just rejoined on Saturday. Awesome. That's so great. Deborah, you just rejoined for the last time, right? I hope. Barbara, yes, you're a WW member. Awesome. So, if you're not a WW member and you're just trying to wing it and ask, like, I see people ask for, like, hey, I'm this tall and this many pounds, and like, what should my points be? Just go to WW. Just go sign up. It's $40. I don't even know how much it is. It's like $40 a month. It's so worth it. It's $40 a month. I spent more than that on coffee at Starbucks a week. It's $40 a month. Bupe, awesome. Like, I know a lot of people do the online thing. Personally, me, I can't do it. I love my meeting on Wednesday with my leader. She's amazing. She really is. She's so great. Her name's Christine. The group is so inspiring. So I think that's really important, is to find a meeting leader and group that you really like. Like, my leader does a later meeting on Wednesday at 12 noon, which is, I prefer to go to that one as far as time frame. But I went to that one a few times, and it's not the same as my 9:30 a.m. group. So if I have to, I go to that one, or if I have to, I'll go to one on Thursday. But like, I shared my numbers today, and so she asked me, like, what are my pearls of wisdom, right? I don't know, like, I just work the program, and the program works. Like, that's just my saying, work the program and the program works. If you're not losing weight, it's not the program's fault. I promise you, it is not the program's fault if you're not losing weight. There's something in there that you're not following or tracking accurately or doing or being honest with. I can promise you that. So, you know, and everyone was like, oh, that's great, oh my God. And so I said, like, I'm here, like, I come every week. Unless, like, there's something major happening that I can't be there, I'm there every single week. And I actually got my little summer charm. So if you go to WW and you were part of the summer challenge and you went 6 out of the 8 weeks, I think you still have 2 more weeks, but if you went 6 weeks so far, they give you your charm, and like, I'm all about that. I want the free charm. Yes, it's gonna go on my keychain. With my 5, 10, 25 pound charms, and next is gonna be 50. I said to my husband today, I said, I think I could hit 50 by next week. A little aggressive, I know. Yeah, because I'm 46 pounds down, and that would mean I need to lose 4 pounds in the next week, and I don't think I could do that. Unless that's a challenge. No. 4 pounds is a little excessive for me, especially the last 3 weeks. I lost like 3.6 one week, I lost 2 point something, I lost 2.8 this week. Like, I'm happy at my pace, I'm good. Something that I drastically changed about my daily routine is at home. I used to weigh myself every day. Every day. I used to get on the scale, whether it was morning, throughout the day. We had our scale out. I don't suggest that. So, and I don't suggest that for a few reasons, and you have to know you. So that's the most important thing. You have to know you, and you have to know how you handle things. What's good for me may not be good for you. What's good for you may not be good for me. We're all on our separate journeys and whatnot. So for me, if I get on the scale during the week and I know that I'm down, that to me is like permission to indulge. And I don't even mean indulge in sweets or bad things or whatever the case is, because I don't really have that stuff in my house. But that may mean instead of having 1 Built Bar, I'm gonna have 2. Instead of having 1 serving of this, I'm gonna have 2. So that was important for me to recognize, and I just recognized that like in the end of May. So I completely stopped weighing myself at home. The only time I weighed myself so far at home is when I'm doing a diet bet. So if anyone is not familiar with like diet bets or step bets, you're really just betting on yourself. So these are separate apps, and you can join them, and you pay a small fee to kind of be part of the pool, and you have a goal, and every diet bet or step bet may be different. So just find one if you're interested. Find one that works for you, that matches with your goals. So I entered into a diet bet with my husband also, and there's thousands of people, and the winning pot is $99,000. And of course, everyone puts in, so for us it was $35. So you submit your $35, you weigh in, you have to take a picture of that for proof. And then I think you have to lose 10% of your body weight within a certain amount of time. So they have longer ones, they have shorter ones, they have all different types. So just go in there if you're interested and kind of figure it out. And if you hit it, if you win, then all of the people that win get to share the pot. Like, hey, I'm on this weight loss journey anyway. Can I make a little money? I don't know, it was cool. It was something that I'm doing for the first time. So I was excited about it, and I intend to at least make my money back. So I'm at least gonna make my $35 back, but hey, if I make a little bit more, why not? The next one I'm gonna do is a step bet, which you can join in, and you have to hit a certain number of steps per day, and then there's like a drawing or a pot afterwards. So I'm in the diet bet with Felicia Fitness. I think there actually is still time. I think there's 2 more days that you can enter to be in there. Like I said, the pot is $99,000. And again, doesn't mean that you're gonna win $99,000, but everyone that does hit the goal, there's some mathematical way that you win some of that money. So what's the name of that? That's called the Diet Bet, DIETBET. There's an app, you can search it, it's great. And then the other one is called Step Bet, like your steps, your daily steps, a step bet. So, so for the 4th of July last week, I went away with my husband, just down to the beach on a Wednesday, Thursday, I came home Friday afternoon. And personally, like, I almost struggled inside, like, should we go away? Should we not? Am I gonna be in control? Am I not? Are there gonna be temptations? Are there not? And there's some people that are gonna say, well, you have to live your life, and this is a lifestyle, and agreed, 110%. Like, I will be the first person that tells you this is a lifestyle, you have to enjoy moments and things like that. But to me, there are moments that are worth it, and there are moments that are not. Like, am I just indulging because it's, yes, Felicia Fitness. If you want, Lupe, I'll message you exactly what the link is for that specific one. So there's sometimes that you have to just decide, is it worth it or is it not? Is this a time that I want to indulge, or do I feel like I have to indulge because everyone else is, or because that's what I'm used to? So it was kind of a last minute trip for us, and what I ended up doing was I ended up recording it, how I prepared for it and all of that. My husband thinks I'm nuts, but I lost 2.8 pounds on a holiday weekend, and I went away, and we were at the beach and the pool and all of that, and I said we would indulge in one meal, and I really wanted ice cream that day, but instead we had dinner at Bobby Flay's Steakhouse. So good. We had a steak that we shared. We shared a delicious crab and lobster cake, which was the best I've ever had in my entire life. Like, I think it was one of the top things that I've ever eaten in my entire life. It was so good. It was so good. And I found the recipe, and Bobby Flay has it on his website. It's the crab lobster cake. So I am going to make it, and I'm going to make a lightened version of it, because that's what we do. We find alternatives. So we indulged in that. We indulged in a beautiful salad with some lobster and shrimp on it. So good. Hi, Patricia. Hello. Welcome. We indulged in that. We had a steak with creamed spinach. They brought bread to the table with butter. I did have a little piece of bread. Again, I just like make my choices. Like I'd rather have an extra piece of meat or creamed spinach than the bread. So those are the choices we have to make. And then for dessert, we shared a creme brulee. But we walked a lot. Every day that I was there, I closed my activity rings on my Apple Watch. I got 3 miles in every single day. I closed my rings. Like those were things that I brought workout clothes. We went away for 2 nights and my suitcase was packed because I had workout clothes for 3 days. I had outfits for the day and night and whatnot. But like those are just decisions that we have to make. Hi Linda, how are you? Those are just decisions that we have to make. So I prepared like a crazy person. I said if we were gonna go away, we had to go away to a place that had a kitchenette type thing. So I found this great like timeshare hotel, which was right on the beach. So nice. And I prepared some things. I said, okay, I don't want to overindulge and eat out because the only type of food that you find on the beach is pizza. I'm not wasting my points on pizza. Like I make the skinny pizza dough, 2 ingredient dough variation. It's so good. I make it at home. That's the pizza I'm eating. I'm not eating pizza on the boardwalk. Or I'm eating like real, because I'm from New York, from Brooklyn, we get real pizza. So if I'm gonna have pizza, that's where I'm gonna indulge in it. So the only things that are on the boardwalk are those things like fried calzones and pizza and sandwiches and I did not come this far in my journey to be okay with having 2.5 days of eating that type of stuff. And then like breakfast would be probably at the diner or a bagel or something. And I just said, nope, not doing it. So what I did was I prepared an egg bake. So I actually posted a video of this on my YouTube channel today. I posted it in the group also. It's 0 point egg bake. It's got veggies in there, it's got cheese in there, it's got a little ham, it's got a little turkey, and it's 0 points. It's so good. I make it throughout the week. Keep it on hand. I put them on the Thomas's bagel thins for 3 points. Everything bagel thin is 3 points. I put a slice of Velveeta cheese. I put my egg bake. And it's so good. You've got yourself an egg sandwich. And it comes out to 4 points. So 1 point for the Velveeta cheese, which is the cheese I use, and 3 points for the English Thomas's muffin. Thomas's bagel thin. You could even use the English muffin. Those are 3 points also. So either way, good options. So I had that for 3 mornings. I portioned them out and I had a cooler. I had all my food ready. I had my water. I had that. I brought hamburger meat. I brought hamburger buns because we had that for lunch one day. Our first night there, I had dinner. We had chicken marsala. So chicken with a mushroom marsala sauce, which I have that video on my YouTube. Go and make that recipe. It's so simple. It's chicken breast, which is 0 points, and it's stuffed with either ham or prosciutto, which comes out to 0, and it's stuffed with some mozzarella cheese and some cheese melted on top. My YouTube channel. So it is, just search Journey Towards Health, WW. I think it's Weight Watchers Journey Towards Health. I'll link it here, Linda, for you. If you just go back into this page, into this, words are becoming really hard for me right now. If you just go into this group, the most recent video I posted is from my YouTube channel. I don't do it to get subscribers. I don't make money off of none of this. Like I really do not make money off of any of this, or anything. I just do this because I want to share with you guys, and this is my easiest way of doing it. And it's good for me too, because I'm documenting my journey and it's really important to me, so I'm excited to do it. So when I create a recipe or I'm making something new specifically, what I'll do is I'll record it, and if it comes out good, I'll then edit and upload and do all of that stuff and then share it with you guys. So just definitely go to one of my other videos on here. What is the name of the bagels you use for the egg sandwiches in the morning? I missed the name. So Trina, the bagels are Thomas's Bagel Thins. They're the everything bagel, and they're 3 points. So yesterday, I did a food haul, and I shared that, I think, this morning. Yesterday I went shopping and I got 2 packages of those, and then they had cinnamon raisins, so I just took those and put those in my cart. Except that when I got home, and I tell you, so if you just came on here, something that I do, and I'll just show you something real quick. If you're new to the video right now, I went over a bunch of different things. Something that I do when I get home is I put the points value right on the box or whatever it is that I have. So like that, I don't forget or anything like that. So for some reason, I just happened to scan the cinnamon raisin ones, and they were 4 points. I assumed that they were 3 because the other ones were 3, but I guess raisins, cinnamon, whatever, sugar. How cute is this shirt? Be yourself, love yourself. Love this shirt. It's so comfy too. Got it from Macy's. It's cute. It's got a cute little pattern, I think, there. Yep. So yeah, so we went to Atlantic City. So I live in New Jersey. I'm originally from New York. If you're in New Jersey or New York, let me know. So I prepared that. I prepared the chicken. I brought dessert. I brought strawberries, blackberries, cantaloupe. I brought snacks for the beach, things that wouldn't melt. I did bring my Built bars. I brought 2 of them. I put those in the freezer because there was a freezer there and a fridge. I packed like a pot. I packed a spatula. Was it annoying? Yeah. Yep. But again, my goals are more important than my excuses to not hit them. It just works really simple for me. People have asked me, like, have you hit a plateau or have you hit anything? Like, no, I haven't, luckily. I know somewhere in the line of this journey, there is going to be tough times. It just, what goes up must come down, and like it's like a wave or like a heartbeat, you know, like the heartbeat, right? If you flatline or if you go down, like, it's not good. But what keeps us alive is the fact that we've got that tick up and down, right? And like Lupe commented before, like, I'm not giving up. That attitude can really save you, you know? Like, and if you're not giving up, that's something to really be proud of. And showing up to your WW meetings, even if you're not losing and you're at least showing up, it'll happen, you know? And if you're struggling and you feel like you're doing all of the right things, like, reach out to someone. Like, I don't know, reach out. I am in no way a doctor, a WW coach, a WW anything. I don't work for WW. I literally am just doing this to share because I get so much inspiration from other people. Why not share with you guys? Talk to a WW guide or a coach. Let them analyze your tracker. Talk to them about the things that you're eating. Like, what was her name that lost the 22 pounds? I don't remember who it was. Daria. Like Daria said, like, she eats a lot of high proteins in her meal. Like, you need protein. People are like, oh, eat the chicken, eat fish, 0 points. No, but this program wasn't made to have 0 point foods all the time. And I see people in groups are like, hey, if I eat all 0 point foods and then eat snacks, but still stay within my points, will I still lose weight? Well, no one can answer that question for you, number one. Number two, why? Why? This program was made, like, I have 29 points now, and I think that that's a lot of points. And even when I was in the high 30s for points, like I said before, I think I had like 39 or 40 points when I first started. Like, this is a lot lot of points. I almost couldn't eat all of my points. Like I felt like, okay, what else do I eat? But I was eating meat and I was eating beans, I was eating proteins, I was eating veggies, I was eating fruits. Like you have to incorporate everything. I eat pasta, I eat rice. So like one thing for me personally is like Sundays are my days that we have dinner with my parents. And like that's my day where I have breakfast. We don't eat lunch because we kind of eat midday, like a little earlier in the day instead of like say 6 o'clock at night. So we'll typically eat around 4. And that meal is pretty big. So I don't have lunch on Sundays. And that's what works for me. And that day, like I don't care, like I don't count. Like if there's pasta, that is the day that I'm eating pasta. Like, and I even say to my mom, because when I talk to her, she's like, what should I make? Should I make chicken? Should I make chicken breast? And I'm like, no, make whatever it is that you're gonna make. It's fine. I have the points for it. So I will have pasta. Will I sometimes have a little bit over a cup? Yes. And I feel like our bodies need that sometimes. We kind of need to mix it up a little bit. But I don't really track on Sundays. I do, because I track in my head, because you just know the points value, but I know that I'm staying within my points, and I'm working out in the morning, so I'm getting my activity in, and I'm eating, and I'm drinking water, and like I said, that water is so important in the journey, so important. So anyway, now I feel like I'm just rambling on. So to recap, today was my weigh-in Wednesday. I am down 2.8 pounds this week. Really excited. I worked for it. I'm not lucky to have reached 2.8 pounds this week. Truly worked for it. I'm working out, which my workouts consist of just walking, jogging, running 3 miles every single day and being really committed to that. I'm down a total of 46 pounds since January. Really, really proud of that. And I just work the plan, and the plan works. So I'm gonna hop off. I hope you guys enjoy this group. I hope you enjoy the live video. If you have any questions, any comments, anything I talked about, anything I didn't talk about that you may have questions about, this is also gonna go on YouTube. So anyone watching on YouTube is probably like, why is she talking to random people? Because I'm going through comments. So if you ever want a replay or anything like that, my YouTube channel has so much great information, so many great recipes. Again, they're my own recipes, just food that I love eating, that I find alternate ways to cook. Desserts, ideas, my weigh-ins, things like that. So if there's anything I could ever do for you guys, please feel free to reach out to me, whether it's through here on Facebook, on Instagram. I share a ton on Instagram, or on YouTube, or on Connect. I do share some stuff on Connect, because I know not everyone on Connect has YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. So find me somehow, some way. It would be an honor for me to help you or support. Don't forget, I can't motivate you. No one else can motivate you but you. Find your why. Dig deep. That's like one of the biggest struggles I think most people have, is figuring out what their why is. And their why doesn't have to be a long-term thing or 5-year thing. It could be a next month thing. So that why should keep you pushing forward. Thank you, Trina. Thanks, Barbara. It really it feels so good to encourage and inspire other people. It really does, because that was huge for me, and I feel like I'm gonna cry, but I'm not. That was really huge for me in starting WW. Is I found like a tribe, right? And these are people that I don't even know. They don't know me and I don't know them. And sometimes the people that you don't know are your biggest supporters. Isn't that crazy? Except my hubby. My hubby's great. So thankful for him. But find people that you connect with, find people that you relate to, find people that want to see you succeed. And sometimes that's just not the people that are closely around us. So think about that. All right, I'm signing off. Hope everyone has an amazing week. It's Wednesday, it's almost Thursday, closer to the weekend. Hope that if you already weighed in or are going to weigh in, that the scale shows all of your amazing work. You are very beautiful, and thank you. Oh, thank you. Hope the scale shows all of the work that you put in for this past week. And if it didn't, and it was not showing you what you hoped it would, don't forget, after you weigh in, it's like a whole new week. Like the previous week never happened. So yeah, that's all I can say. Follow me on Instagram. Feel free to follow me on YouTube as well. And I hope everyone has a great night. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you guys next week. Maybe this will be a weekly thing. We'll see. Bye guys. Have a good night. Thank you for all of your support and encouragement.